When my brothers and I bought Mendon Twin Drive-In, one of the great surprises was we found an awesome restaurant right down the street that quickly became one of our favorites. It's called New England Steak and Seafood in the little town of Mendon. This is the quintessential New England restaurant. The Quirk brothers run it. Jim is in the front of the house, John is in the back of the house. I think these guys must live here because I've never dined at this restaurant when the brothers weren't here.
We're a family restaurant. We specialize in traditional New England food. We have prime rib, lobsters, fresh seafood, hand-cut steaks. We do things the old-fashioned way. It takes longer, but we haven't changed anything in 68 years.
This bar is like one of my favorite places on earth. You've got great bartenders, and the dining room is warm and comfortable. There's all this interesting stuff on the walls.
When you sit down at a table here, you can just look everywhere and just keep looking. There's so many things to see.
I think a great breadbasket really shows a restaurant's commitment to the customer. Here, the breads are homemade and they always serve at least 3 kinds.
We make all of our own rolls. We make onion rolls, cinnamon rolls, and blueberry cornbread. So every day it's fresh rolls.
Breadbaskets do not get much better than this. You know you're in the presence of French onion soup greatness when you see what I call the side or top cheese, where you have to take your spoon and, like a surgeon at Mass General, work it around the top and the side to get that extra flavor from the cheese, but it is so well worthwhile.
It comes out nice and bubbly. They call it a fine glaçage. It has to have little brown spots all around it. It's very delicious.
This is an eggplant caprese, and it's unusual because almost every restaurant I know fries this dish. Here, they grill it.
It's long cut eggplant, breaded. We grill it, and then we top it off with some cheese, fresh basil, tomatoes, and then we drizzle it with balsamic glaze. It's wonderful.
I think this is a great way to start your meal. This place makes the best prime rib you are ever going to have. This is the king cut. I recommend it blackened. They won't really tell me what's in the blackened. All I know is that there's pepper and shallots and garlic.
Prime rib singles us out from everybody else because we do it every single night. And we do it the old-fashioned way. We roast them slowly. They're well seasoned. And then the best part is garage use. We make it in a pan every single day, and you can definitely taste the difference.
This is the Fred Flintstone cut of prime rib. It is 40 ounces. In my storied restaurant career, going out 1,000 times a year for 30 years, I have never seen an entree this large.
It's 2 king cuts. It sits high on the plate. When one of these goes out of the kitchen, everybody in the dining room looks and says, wow.
This is a 1.5 pound boiled lobster, and they serve it every day, and I love that they cut it up for you and serve it with all that melted butter. This is the seafood Sinatra. You've got tail and claw lobster meat, bay scallops, jumbo shrimp, pecorino romano, a lot of garlic, all served over linguine. This is a lot of seafood and a lot of flavor. This is an amazing surf and turf. They call this lobster casserole. I call it lobster pie, and it's maybe my favorite way to eat lobster, and it's paired with a filet. That is a tremendous surf and turf.
Whole tail, whole claw, steamed, de-shelled, and just saute with a little bit of butter, and then some cracker crumbs on top. It's a must-try here.
Chef John invented this dish for President Gerald Ford, who requested something hot and cold. It's a hot apple fritter over a cold vanilla custard. It's got cinnamon, almonds, and caramel sauce. President Ford ate this whole thing and still lived to be 93.
He said, I want a dessert that's hot and cold at the same time. So surprise me, kid. And he loved it. If you love apple pie, it's different than that, but you get the same feeling.
If you like classic New England food, service, and atmosphere, I recommend that you try New England Steak and Seafood in Mendon.